And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Pass to White. The three ball. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Grant, how about Kobe White going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes?
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season, top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
Ball no good. Here's Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
And you look at Matas Buzelis, size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And that just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Prince with the bucket.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. One of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out. It's back to the basics, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Prince. And here is Antetokounmpo. Oh, and the jam by Giannis.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Rejected by Lopez. Fast break. Here we go. Antetokounmpo inside. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Ball outside. Here's Buzelis. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Lillard deciding where to go with it. Portis outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Deflected.
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Ball with it. He takes it in. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis erasing that shot with his length. Shooters have to beware of where Giannis is.
Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Now here's Lopez. And that one's good.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
To the wing, right side. Back to Vucevic to halt the run. Off with the layup. Milwaukee leading by 9. Pass to Lopez. Portis outside. For 3, here's Lillard. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Prince. After the basket by Chicago. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Lopez with it. Guarded now by Ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Antetokounmpo's got 10. Points.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with the detailed interior attack.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Oh, and the jam by Giannis.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Milwaukee out in front, up by 10. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
On the front foot, really right off the tip. They've been ruthless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Brett, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, B.A., I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6 foot, 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers experienced with star-laden rosters. He said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
The burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Can't get it to go. 3 for 5 shooting so far. Smith outside. And the three-pointer goes.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
I love these plays when Lonzo Ball shows you just how athletic he is.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Pass to White. Here's Buzelis. Covered by Smith. Buzelis' shot is good.
Oh, nice touch on the inside play by Buzelis, adjusting from close range.
Bully ball in the paint from Giannis.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Back to Vucevic. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls trail by 12. Pass to Giddey. And Ball throws it down.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. The drive by Antetokounmpo. Back to Smith. The strong finish by Giannis.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Now here's Ball. Pass to Buzelis. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Buzelis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. 11-point game. White for 3. It's deflected. They get it back. Goes back up. And he takes it up and lays it in.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
Get out of the way!
Wow.
I don't know how many defenders are stopping Giannis when he's up like that.
Down low. Vucevic gets the bucket. Vucevic has got 10.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
They get it back. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he banks in the layup. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Now, Giannis has great confidence, and he's playing with it here.
Ball. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo inside. Against contact. Giannis stays strong.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Drops in the 3. 13 points in the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got a shadow in out there.
Outside Porter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Ball with the rebound. The Bulls trail by 10. Outside Giddey. Ball outside. Tries the spin move. Now here's Vucevic. To the middle. With 4 on the clock. And Ball with the layup. Ball's got 6 in the quarter.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And we finished off one half of play. Bucks ahead. They lead by 8. And we'll be back right after this. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Milwaukee leading by 8. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Here's Buzelis. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. Portis with the steal. The finish! And then Portis with the dunk.
And Portis out there as the big guy, really running the court well.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard One of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And the shot's good.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. And that's his third miss in 7 attempts. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you.
And that was a sensational dribble move, Giddey putting the defense on its heels.
13 feet out. Antetokounmpo can't connect. Bulls trail by 10. To the paint. He goes up. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Buzelis showing us he can do everything on the floor. Impressive in just his first year.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Banked it in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 34 points.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And here's Giddey. Here's Buzelis. Defended by Portis. Portis with the steal. In transition. Here come the Bucks. The three from Prince. Chicago with a rebound. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Buzelis. And that one is hammered home.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
Now Porter. No points yet. Here's Antetokounmpo. Misses from short range. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Trailing by 8. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there and he's going to devastate you.
The Bucks leading by 8. Portis outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Buzelis grabs the board. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
White with it, guarded by Antetokounmpo. Inside. 5 to shoot. White for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And the Bucks with possession. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the free throw, no good.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Three-pointer, Buzelis hits the trifecta. Buzelis has got 21 points in the game.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Prince can't hit. The Bulls trail by 7. Here's Giddey. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Giddey's got 8 points.
And defenders don't think that Giddey has that kind of shake to his game. I like it when he shows this kind of flash.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Vucevic. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
To the inside.
Number 20.
Three-pointer. And it's Giddey missing. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Here's Trent. And a miss there off the inbound. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Milwaukee. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. The Bulls trail by 5. Right side Giddey. The shot comes out. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Green in the post. The kick out to Kuzma. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Second chance shot. And it's Giddey with a rebound. And so here is Chicago. Here's Buzelis. The layup off target. To the middle. Antetokounmpo outside. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Down low. Pass to Buzelis. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. The Bucks leading by 5. Left side, Green. That's tipped. Stolen by Giddey. Here's Buzelis. Rebounded by Trent. Here's Antetokounmpo. Comes up empty down low. And Ball will bring it up here for Chicago. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Antetokounmpo outside. Oh, the body control of Giannis.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Antetokounmpo's got 42 in the game. Inside. Here's White. Pass to Vucevic. Lets the three fly.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls trail by 9. And here is Vucevic, defended by Kuzma. It's Vucevic, high post. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Here's Milwaukee. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Pass to Lillard. Screen by Antetokounmpo. To the paint. Uses the glass on the layup. Antetokounmpo has got 44.
Antetokounmpo with a great read there in the screen and roll. He knew exactly when to back off the pick.
Here's Buzelis. It's stolen by Kuzma. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Milwaukee making a switch here. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
The Bulls trail by 11. Pass to Giddey. Over Green. Will not go. Misses off the front iron.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Bucks.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
.32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. An open look for Portis. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Vucevic's shot is off. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Pure from three-point range. And so it's Milwaukee easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge...
Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. It'll be the Rockets off the tip. Pass to Thompson. Richard, what do you expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Now here's Okongwu. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those.
Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Wow. Smith going for a slam. He wants everyone to know that he's arrived.
Here's Capella. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Not the best pick I've seen, but look, hey, look, he got the job done, and that's all that matters.
Here's Thompson. Another one falls for Houston.
The fancy dribbling from Thompson. I mean, showing he's not afraid to take some risk on offense.
Screen by Capella. Here's Daniels. And the Hawks tack on 2 more. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Nba2k25 for a minute. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and Coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Here's Thompson. Okongwu with the rebound.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
The Rockets trail. Here's Thompson. And the layup is good off the glass. Thompson's got 6 points.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Pass to Okongwu. Over Green. Okongwu with the bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Capella. Outside Young. A minute 29 left to play in the first quarter. The offensive rebound. Capella. From deep, Johnson gets the 3 to fall.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Thompson outside. Keeps it alive. And Young pulls it down. Atlanta leading by 4. Here's Daniels. Sinks it from distance. He's got 5.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Here's Thompson. And the shot's good.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
There's Young with the 3. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Back to Thompson. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Karis LeVert.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
No good on the second free throw. The Hawks lead by 4. And here's LeVert for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Thompson with it. He's got 9. Back to Green. From deep. Can't get it to drop. And so it's Atlanta closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Pulls it. Here's Nance. It's hauled in by Houston. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
Thompson, no good. Atlanta leading by 7. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Ali, a great floor general. Thanks for that. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Atlanta shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Thompson outside. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And Houston making a change here. Houston shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game. And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Atlanta leading by 10. The 3 from Reza Shea. Smith with the rebound. On the wing, Green. Pass to Brooks. The Rockets with another miss. Nance outside. Right side man. Here's Reza Shea. 3-pointer. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. And it's Houston's ball. Fires, high post. Nice jump shot. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
LeVert outside. Out left to the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Gay. No good with the elbow jumper. Rockets trail by 8. To the middle. Smith outside. Lets it go from deep. Nance pulls down the board. Here's Atlanta with the ball. Here's Gay. Thompson with some nice D. And it's Green with the ball for Houston. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Thompson outside. Here's Brooks. Rebound Atlanta.
That is a disaster. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for him.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Here's Gay. Down low. Here's Nance. No problem on the jumper in close. Nance has got 5 points in the quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Back to Green. Pass to Smith. Now here's Green. Inside. Here's Adams. And the ball out of play. The Hawks will have it. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Young. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Most people think of Young as a perimeter player, but he has the courage and toughness to work inside.
And both free throws good for Young.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Outside Eason. Van Vliet up top. Back to Eason. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's his first trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Right side Young. Puts up a 3. Look at Young, making it look easy.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. More 2K action in just a moment. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And so it's Atlanta with it. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. From behind the arc. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. And Houston has possession. Green with the ball. And Johnson picks him up defensively. A nice shot by Smith.
This is Smith's game. Set him up and he'll knock him down.
The Hawks lead by 12. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Now here's VanVleet. Still no points. Misses the layup. Outside Young. Pass to Capella. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Johnson. And And a slam dunk by Capella.
Refusing to give up on the glass, Capella truly works for his rebounds.
That's tipped. Van Vliet outside. Smith outside. Outside, Green. Another three from Houston.
He can get it done off the dribble or off the catch. Green is just a flat-out shooter.
To the paint. Pass to Capella. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. The putback. It's rebounded by Şengün. Rockets trail by 11. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul. On the floor.
Atlanta on D. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And that was good. Whitmore.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Young looking around. Shot from 12. And he nails the jumper. Young's got 9 points. And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. 11-point game. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that.
Wow, the finger roll. Sometimes a soft finish like that makes it even more painful for the defense.
And Şengün throw it down.
Yeah, one thing about Van Vliet, he makes the right decision most of the time.
.152 left in the third quarter of the game. Shoots from the line. And it's Young again missing.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And it's Smith penetrating. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, just effortless on his drives. I mean, Smith is such a smooth finisher. Very agile for a guy with his size.
Outside Young. Oh, Young with a physical finish inside.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact to his shot.
Şengün, the screen. Fires from deep. The rebound by Atlanta. There's Young with the three. That won't go. 5 for 10 from the floor.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
The three, Smith. The shot that time, not on target.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Okongwu. Wide open. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Oh, Green wanted those two.
The defense gets physical with Green inside, so he uses his agility to get around.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Seconds left in the third. Here's Okongwu. Adams grabs the miss. Back to Brooks. Outside Eason. Pass to Adams. Banked it in off the glass. And now just a 5-point Atlanta lead.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Hawks on top. They lead by 5. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Some consider Adams to be the strongest player in the league. He never backs down from a physical challenge.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
Now a Kongwu. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
It's stolen away. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Gay. And he banks in the layup.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Second personal foul. Second.
That free throw's good from Thompson.
At the line for Houston, Thompson.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. The Hawks lead by 9. Pass to Rizachet. Now a Kongwu. Over Whitmore. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. And it's Brooks missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to man. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Tari Eason. That free throw, no good.
Shooting for Atlanta.
He hits the second from the line. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Here's Thompson. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Like a lot of smaller guys, there's a real ferocity to Trae Young's game. He's willing to scrap to get what he wants.
Rockets trail by 10. Left side, Green. The three ball. Şengün, no good. And Atlanta has possession. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Screen by Capella. To the inside. No luck on that one. Good D by Şengün. And here's Smith. Pass to Green. Over Young. Goes back up. And here's Smith. Fires for three. Counted from distance.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
Here's Young. Thompson with some nice D. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by 7. Here's Green. To the right side.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Thompson outside.
2 minutes.
Back to Şengün. Tries again. Perfection. Beautiful stroke. And now just a 5-point Hawks lead.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
Outside Young. Pass to Rizachet. Inside. Here's Capella. It's hauled in by Houston. Minute 32 left in the fourth. Thompson with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Şengün with it. Back to Smith. Ooh, the dunk by Smith.
This is huge for Smith's overall growth. Now, he wants to be a knockdown scorer in big-time spots.
Here's Young. Takes it inside. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Pass to Şengün. And that comes off the assist by Green. Şengün's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And it's Houston's ball. Smith outside. Thompson with it. Pass to Şengün. Just 5 on the clock. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Young. To the middle. Count it!
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Smith outside. Can't cash it in! And so it's Atlanta who scrapes by with a win. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this with